Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Blake here. If y'all are new, thanks for showing up. And if y'all are old, thanks for coming back. I got a couple more NFL player props we're going to take a look at here today on PrizePicks. The NFL is slowly creeping up on us. It is just around the corner come Thursday. So, it's so close we can taste it. We're slowly just kind of trickling these in as PrizePicks comes with their, with their different categories. They're slowly bringing them in. Even just now, between 30 minutes ago and when I started this video, they still got a few more up here. But we're going to take a look at what I have looked at. And we are going to start off with, if y'all are new to PrizePicks, use this promo code right here down below to get yourself signed up, and that will get your first deposit instantly matched up to $100. So if y'all are new to PrizePicks, make sure to take advantage there. It's free money. You might as well. Also, if y'all are trying to jump in a fantasy league quickly before the season starts, check out the description of the video, or you can go to my page. It's all over my page. Hop in the fantasy league and let's play. There's no pot. You don't got to worry about me taking your money. Just jump on in there, man. It'll be fun. It's all free. It's just for fun. But we have to get it done before Wednesday evening. Nobody's really trickling in just yet. So besides that, man, let's get into the video. And first things first, I want to take a look at some book value. So sports book guys, I know y'all are out there. I'm not really one to bet just right off this books, but I do use it as a quick reference whenever a new week rolls around, a new game rolls around. It's good to use the books as a super quick reference guide, just to kind of skim through and then relay it over to PrizePicks and compare the two of them. So on the books, our last video, just to kind of back up the last pick we gave on our last video, you can go check that out. But we got Travis Kelce. We said over half a touchdown, which they have right here on PrizePicks, over half of a receiving touchdown. And PrizePicks has it also set it at half. The books have him going over an anytime touchdown minus 170. Now, of course, that could be passing, rushing, receiving, but 99% of the time, Travis Kelce is not rushing or passing for a touchdown. So that looks good there. Now that they have that up at minus 170, pretty good value there. Another one on the books, Jared Goff over 1.5 touchdowns thrown. Books has that at minus 125. PrizePicks also has that at set at 1.5. So you take a look at that there. The Chiefs are offering, last year they offered the most passing touchdowns to opposing offenses at 33. Typically, that's not because they have a bad pass defense, because teams are just simply playing from behind most of the time. When you're playing against Kansas City, you're going to play from behind. You have to air the ball out. You have no choice. He does hit this just over 50% of the time last year. He hits it 9 of 17 times. So if that interests you, you can take a look there. Another one, Alex Anzalone, over 6.5 tackles and assists. The books have it over 6.5, juice on the over, minus 135. PrizePicks had it at 6.5. They bumped it to 7. So if you were going to take the over on 6.5, you could still get a little bit of value taking the over on 7. It's just now that it's at 7, you're looking at push potential there. But it's still worth looking at. If you're just looking at an extra leg to throw in somewhere, it's worth it in my opinion. So, but the one that I really want to take a look at here, Saquon actually, and it's going to be his rushing yards, and we'll get to it in just a second when we get loaded up. But what I like here, and I hate, well, I wouldn't say I hate doing it, but Dallas is my team. Unfortunately, as hard as that is sometimes, but here we go. So I try not to even look at Dallas games because I'm always afraid I'm going to be biased. But I think the stats back it up pretty well here. Saquon, 73.5 rushing yards. Taking a look at the under here. Now the thing is, for the sportsbook guys, again, he's not on the books yet. They don't have him out yet on the books. You're going to be taking a look at the under. I'm going to start rattling off the stats here to back it up. He's hosting Dallas. So the Giants host Dallas week 1 in a divisional rivalry. Just last season, the 73.5 mark, it was dead at 50%. All the games they played, he was dead at 50% going over or under, either way you want to look at it. So that's neither here nor there with me. In his career, he has played Dallas. You see that right here. He's played Dallas 8 times in his career, and he clears this only 3 of 8. So he falls short of 50%. You can see the 2 times he really popped off was early on in his career rookie season, and then the very following. So that looks pretty good there. And the last time he cleared this was last September, as you can see that here, 81 yards, and he just barely clears that with 81 yards. And before that, he didn't clear it since way back here, September of 2019. So that was 4 years ago. So he cleared it once last season and then again 4 years ago. So that looks good. Dan Quinn's defense, we have to remember we're dealing with Dan Quinn here. The Cowboys are, again, projected to have the #1 defense in the NFL. And they did a little bit of cleaning up in the offseason as well, so fingers crossed there for Cowboys fans. But Dan Quinn's defense has only gotten better since he showed up in January 2021. They have only gotten better since being under Dan Quinn. And Saquon has played a Dan Quinn Dallas Cowboys defense 4 times since Dan Quinn's been there, 4 times. He falls short of this line 3 of 4 times. You can see the 9 yards onward. These last 4 right here, this 81 rushing yards is the only time. And again, he barely clears it on that one. And he did that on, we check it out, 14 carries here, which you can see honestly is about average, 11, 11, 17, 14, 15, 14, 11. So, and on top of that though, because now you're at the point where it's running game or passing game, where are they going to go with it? You got to remember, Dan Quinn's defense is getting better, and we haven't even talked about Micah Parsons. But Danny Dimes for the Giants, he is only getting more comfortable with that offense and slinging that rock, man. He did it pretty well last year. Even Danny Dimes keeps the ball. So he's a hell of a runner too. So we have to take that into account as well. There's just so many options for Saquon to not carry the ball. And if he does against this Dallas defense, I see him doing what he's done 75% of the time against Dan Quinn's defense and falling short of this mark. And, if he ends up going a little over 80 yards or so, you just got to take that with a grain of salt. But looking at the odds here, man, it's not looking so hot for him to go over this line. Danny Dimes slings the rock against Dallas on average 30 attempts. And so, like I said, every year, man, he's getting more and more comfortable with that. I don't see him slowing down anytime soon. So especially week 1 division rivalry, give me the under right here on Saquon. So now that we've gotten a few videos in, right? Like I said, we've kind of just been slowly a video here, video there. So what do we got so far? We got Deshaun Watson. You can go check out that video on the channel. Over 24.5 rushing yards. You can go check the video out, like I said, for a breakdown. Then we threw Patrick Mahomes in there over his 315.5 passing and rushing yards. And if we go take a look, actually, this is very interesting because this was three days ago or so. Patrick Mahomes' pass and rush yards were at 315.5. They have bumped that all the way up to 317.5, which says a lot. So if you were able to catch the video, hopefully you subbed to the channel with your notification bell on, so you could have caught that video right when it came out. Two units from 315.5 to 317.5. That's a hell of a jump for PrizePicks. Usually they'll go by a half unit or a whole unit, but that's 2 whole units up, and we're still 3 days away from game day. So that could go up even higher. So if you're able to lock that in when the video dropped, if you like that pick too, then good on you. If not, 317.5, I mean, you might as well take it. It's Patrick Mahomes. But, we were able to lock it in at 315.5. Pretty good value there. So we have Deshaun Watson over his 24.5 rushing yards. We were able to lock in Mahomes over his 315.5 pass rush yards. We got Travis Kelce over anytime half a receiving touchdown. And then now we've got Saquon under his 73.5 rushing yard mark. So we got a good little 4 legs stacking up however y'all want to play it. Don't forget you've got Dak Prescott's free square of over a half passing yard. So, we got that building up. Hopefully we can take a look. I'll jump into some more of these categories, maybe get back with y'all first thing in the morning, tomorrow afternoon, something like that. But like I said, it's creeping up, man. Again, if y'all want to jump in the fantasy league, man, time's running out. Time's running short. I'd love to have y'all in it. Just check out the description of the video. Go to my channel, check it out. Jump on in. Jump in the NFL Fantasy League. Let's have some fun. Besides that, man, I'm going to get out of here. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Later.